Tuesday there was a demonstration right here in Ghana where the demonstration actually was built from a few happenings that has happened in recent times. Um, it, it actually drew from the recent killings that has been happening, abduction killings, and also one of the highlights that has brought this about is prostitution. I mean, it is one of the highlights of the demonstration. And so, away from the killings, prostitution, amongst many others. But I believe that the protest sent a message, and the message was very clear that Ghanaians are kind of fed up with some characters or some Nigerians that are living in Ghana. I would state for a fact that lots of Nigerians in Ghana are actually living in the country and our good behavior. I personally would attest to the fact that I have a few Nigerian people that are very law abiding. Myself, I manage a Nigerian comedian right here in Ghana, Paramount, who is doing splendid for the country. But I'd like to also highlight that lots of these killings this and these prostitution accusations are very open and clear that Nigerian names are actually leading. And I think this is one of the reasons why the Ghanaian community actually thought it wise that they would have to protest. I think one of the highlights of this entire protest is in recent times, there was a video that went viral where there was a Nigerian man who lives in Ghana who mentioned that he had acquired a huge land in Ghana and he's the Igbo king in Ghana. Sorry, Igbo king in Ghana. Igbo actually means something else. He's the Igbo king in Ghana. And that actually sparked a lot of controversies when it actually comes to the Ghanaian community. So the people of Ghana feel that they have been too good of a people that the few Nigerians are trying to take advantage of their kindness. So I think basically that is what has ignited this whole protest. Also, I think that it is more of like a retaliatory bit from what happened in 83. So I think that is what is playing on now. But I believe that as authorities have come from Nigeria to come have engagements, I believe that everything would actually come to a good end. Ghanaians love Nigerians, Nigerians love Ghanaians, but I believe that the few killings and things that are happening are quite heartbreaking, and I believe that is what has made the Ghanaian community rise up. And I hope that this will be sorted out in due time and we get our stuff with again. And basically.
So Precious, I like the way you landed on your commentary, talking about the love for both countries by both citizens of both countries, but some other important issues also came up from some of the things that you have said, and I'd just quickly like to follow up with it because I've also heard these comments on other platforms about what some people consider to be ethnic profiling. You talk about prostitutions, you talk about killings, and you say it's clear that Nigerians are participating in these vices. But is this data driven? Perhaps by information provided by some of your institutions in Ghana, perhaps the police force, or other social groups in Ghana? Is it backed by data such that we can avoid the mine of ethnic profiling?
Exactly. Okay, so that is actually a thoughtful question, and I like to say that it is actually data proven. It is backed by data, and I'll say this with regards to a few documentaries that have gone on in the media space. One, and also earlier this year, when you get to a few of the spots that are known for prostitution, there have been a lot of arrests that have happened there, and a lot of times when people are Nigerian, you can't force it actually. the accent gives them out. I mean, you ask the people themselves, they are like, I'm from Calabar, and to an extent, you would realize that there are siblings that have actually been transported from Nigeria to Ghana. There are videos all online that shows that people have moved, like especially younger girls have moved from Nigeria to Ghana. And I mean, these data or this data is actually scattered all around the internet where we could get it. And so I don't think it is more of like a stereotype. I believe that it has been occurring over time, and it is very backed by data. I mean, the evidences are there, the imprints are there online. You go to the Ghana Police Service and you realize that almost half of the first, like more than half of the prostitutes that have been arrested are Nigerians, and also some killings that have happened even in the past 3 years, like dating back to 3 years, 2 years. You'd realize that there are Nigerians that are very prominent in those killing reports. And also, there are even the houses in Ghana that the landlords would not want to give their rooms out to Nigerians, not because they are actually tribal or whatever it is, but from the track record of how Nigerians leave the homes and all that. But like I mentioned earlier, these are characters of some individuals that is actually denting the entire Nigerian team in Ghana, basically.
Now, in order for this to be reliable information, I would appreciate it if you can share some of the data with us so that we can be specific in our reference.
But looking at this Nigeria Must Go protest in Ghana, I would say it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because if Nigerians are not being profiled for crime, we are having restrictions, bans here and there and all of that. And I just keep wondering, why always us? Why are we always at the center of this kind of controversy? Yes, the minister has already reported that, there's calm right now on ground. Decency has been restored. But this already paints a bad picture about a country that is regarded as the giant of Africa, and, this is a country that, has supported some of all these countries in terms of all, aid and all of that. And we're having this kind of battle. Does it have to do with crime? Should we be talking about crime? Should we be talking about, is there a gap in governance? We need to assess the situation holistically. And I don't think it just has to do with governance alone. We have to look at our attitude as a people. What kind of image are we portraying to other foreign countries? When we're being profiled for crime, why are we always, the center of, that attraction? I don't know. According to that global scaling for, cyber crime, I think we're ranking top. That's one of the kind of assessment that we rank top. I don't think this is kind of image that we should have as a country. And we need to really address this. We need to speak to ourselves as a people and also as a country. The kind of image we project is not actually a good one.
I quite agree with you. And it's entirely not just about governance. It's about the kind of people that we are. I think there's this natural thing about Nigerians. We want to assert ourselves. Even in the country, we want to assert ourselves. And when we find ourselves outside the country, also want to assert ourselves. But I think in asserting yourself, you must also understand that you are in another man's land. And you cannot lord it over him in his own land. Whether you go to Ghana, the issue was about a certain Nigerian who they said allegedly said he wanted to build a kingdom for his own ethnic group. But you see, it's the people, your host community if they feel threatened by your presence, it becomes a problem. So wherever you go, you must comport yourself. Whether even within Nigeria, wherever you are, that is not your home base, you must have respect for your host community, because if they are kind enough to accommodate you, you must also respect their rights. And I think it's a matter of retrospect. Nigerians, we need to speak to ourselves. The Nigerian community, whether it's in Ghana, in South Africa, wherever we find ourselves, we need to speak to ourselves and understand that
for a country like Ghana, I would have said we're more like brothers rather than rivals. The only thing that we should argue about, like Ria, I want to pick something that Ria said, should be jollof rice. That it should end there. It shouldn't go beyond all
positive
of that.
Argument.
You understand? Well,
yeah. So to my Igbo people, what do you people want? No, you people should tell the whole world what you people want, so that we can sit down and give it to you people so that the whole world will be free. Guys, I just took my mobile phone today and all I'm seeing is fish magnet, fish magnet, fish magnet. This guy here is called Fish Magnet. He's in Anambra State in Nigeria. Anambra State is full of Igbos. And from nowhere, we just heard this guy got kidnapped, and then the next minute, bam, they've unalived the guy. What do you people want? It's very strange. From nowhere, they kidnapped this guy called Fish Magnet or what, I don't even know. And then boom, they've unalived the guy. Omakunu. And I don't know why when we are telling you guys to go and make your land well, you feel we hate his hatred. Today, the so-called self-acclaimed Igbo king of Ghana, he has made a statement. When everybody is mourning this Fish Magnet guy, this Igbo guy, that was kidnapped on Igbo land and was unalived. So-called Igbo king of Ghana has posted on his page, and he's saying he has cancelled his Igbo Yam festival in Ghana. Whilst your people are being unalived, you even talk about it. What you are thinking about is your Yam festival in Ghana. What do you people want? You people should tell what do you people want? That was the same way recently I saw another news I saw, that when you go to Libya, some Nigerians kidnapped a Nigerian. Oh, how will you go to Libya? A Nigerian, you kidnap your fellow Nigerian and ask for ransom. Guys, I'm tired.